if you notice the chorus of that song, it's saying, Lord, I need you to help me breathe. You guys ever been in a situation, and maybe you are now, where you felt like you needed God just to help you breathe, where something you're going through was so difficult, where no one else understood, there was really no way of consoling you. You just had to get through it. And so that song was significant to me because, during that time I felt like, God, I need you to help me just exist. Forget a house, forget a car. Help me get to tomorrow. And so during that moment, during those moments, my prayer was just that. It was, God, just get me through this. And he did. But it was not easy. It was not easy. And one of the things that I want to share with you, kind of to close out, is a relevance to that story biblically, and then use God's word to relate it to your life. Because I didn't realize it, but God was trying to show me, he was teaching me something very, very, very powerful. And oftentimes when God is trying to teach you something and you don't understand what he's trying to teach you, you have to repeat the lesson. And God is very patient with his lessons. He doesn't get frustrated like we get frustrated. It's like everything's on autopilot. It's set to give them a test or give them a lesson, give them a test, see if they got the lesson. If they fail it, repeat. If they fail it, repeat. And so it's imperative that you understand the significance of what I'm about to share with you right now. Because this process that God was taking me through was a very significant lesson. And it's not just my lesson. It is a lesson of his church. It's the lesson that really is a foundation to all the lessons that he's teaching all of us, no matter if you went through something like I went through or if it's something different. God is trying to build a people that reflect his character and his nature, period. God's sole agenda or ultimate agenda is not to make your life some beautiful, comfortable existence so that you feel good about who you are. That is not why he sent Christ to die. He sent Christ to die so that we could come into the knowledge and reconcile our relationship with him, so that a broken relationship could be restored, that we could become the sons and daughters of God like he intended in the beginning. And that his glory and his majesty will be reflected through us to people that don't know him, and draw all people and all things back to himself. And if that means taking something from you to get to that point, then so be it. If that means blessing you, then so be it. God's ultimate agenda is reaching souls and reconciling the systems of this world back to himself, period. If you think that God's final agenda is to make your life comfortable and happy, you are sadly mistaken. And when you come across a situation that makes you come face to face with that reality, and you haven't figured that out, you're going to be like me and almost quit on God. You're going to be discouraged because your reality is not going to match with your faith, and you're going to have a decision to make. Do I keep down this journey of this faith walk that I can see is not what I thought it was, or do I come back and try to figure this thing out, and maybe I missed something. Maybe there's something that God is trying to teach me that I missed and didn't understand, and maybe I should understand it. That's the decision that you have to come to. That decision began to take form when I was reading scripture in Mark chapter 4, there's two passages. Mark chapter 4, verse 35. And if you have a Bible, you can, but you don't have to turn to it. Again, I invited a very select people here, people that I assume have some background knowledge of the Word, so I don't have to. These stories should be familiar to you. So the first one was, you guys remember the story where Jesus was asleep on the boat, right? Okay, I want to take that story and connect it with the second time when Jesus was on the boat and the disciples thought they were going to drown when he was walking on water. Peter, you guys know that story as well, right? Well, I'm going to read the first account and then I'm going to pull some things out. Mark chapter 4, and it's verse 35 to 41. And it reads, "On the same day, when the evening had come, he said to them, 'Let us go over to the other side of the lake.'" This is Jesus talking to his disciples. And he says, "And leaving the throng or the multitude, they took him with, just as he was in the boat which he was sitting in, and other boats were with him. And a furious storm came suddenly, of hurricane proportions," the Amplified says, "arose, and the waves kept beating the boat, so that it was already becoming filled. But he," Jesus, "was in the stern of the boat, asleep, on a leather cushion. And they awoke him and said to him, 'Master, do you not care that we are perishing?' And he arose and rebuked the wind and said to the sea, 'Be quiet and be still.' And the wind ceased, and there was immediately a great calm among the waters. And he said to them, 'Why are you so timid and fearful? How is it that you have no faith?'